Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to CF Montréal versus Pumas UNAM in Leagues Cup 2023 East 2 group stage. CF Montréal. Well, there you go. That's the one thing I forgot to do. Turned on the computer. It's not like I didn't unmute the TV. That'd be a lot worse, not muting the TV. Again, CF Montréal contra Pumas UNAM en la Leagues Cup, fase de grupos, jornada 1. Lineups are as follows. For CF Montréal, in goal, Jonathan Sawa. The back three, Joel Waterman, Rudy Camacho, Gabriel Corbo. The midfield four, Zachary Boguillard, Nathan Saliba, Matthew Chouanier, Ariel Lasseter, Bryce Duke, Quadwell Poku, and Chinonso Ofor. For Pumas, in goal, Gil Acala, Pablo Benevendo, Nathan, Arturo Ortiz, Robert Ergas, Lisandro Magalan, Jose Caicedo, Eduardo Salvio, Gustavo Del Prete, Cesar Huerta, and Juan Dineno. I'm not buying a CF Montréal jersey. That's the one thing I'll never wear. You would never catch me dead in that jersey. And I don't have every team shirt yet. I'm on my way. I have things that match the colors, though, but you know damn well I wouldn't be caught dead in a Montreal jersey. Pumas, of course. What do you think I was rooting for? What did you think I was rooting for in this game? Who do you think I was rooting for in this game? Even though Pumas has let me down before. How we doing? I know that was crazy. And Austin should never play internationally ever again. I agree. What a crazy shootout. That was like the only shootout that I think of was longer was Comunicaciones back in 2020 CONCACAF League. Even then, I wouldn't buy a Messi Montreal kit. Besides, that would never happen. Saputo's freaking cheap as hell. So I don't know why we're even thinking there could be a trade, let alone. Yeah, if Miami ate his salary and traded him to Montreal because Saputo wouldn't pay him a dime. We know that. Honestly, I agree, but it's basically taking away the games that really we know what's going. So you have a point. Which I guess why MLS and Liga MX have more spots. Because it's more Pumas colors, you know, navy blue, gold, white. I don't have a Pumas shirt, but I have some that has the colors, you know, so. Vancouver showed LAFC how to play Leon. Hope LAFC takes notes. You're funny. Hey, anybody can win in this tournament, though. So you know what? Maybe Toronto will turn it around slightly. I think they'll actually care. That really helps in this tournament. I think that really helps is if they care. They haven't had bad positions of play over the past couple of weeks. It's just they don't care. They actually care and believe in themselves, maybe. Look at what happened with Miami. And we'll find out about Portland later tonight. Speaking of, we will be live for Portland versus San Jose later tonight. It's only right. Be another t-shirt that has similar colors. Because even though I have a soft spot for Portland, I do not have a Portland kit yet. I know, crazy, right? So at Stade Saputo, Montreal is playing Pumas. Leagues Cup. Oh, they actually do have a TV intro. I'm surprised. It's still pretty low key and pretty cheap, but they actually do have a TV intro. Huh. They didn't show it last night. Well, there you go. (72 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 degrees Celsius in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Saw it last night. I have my doubts TFC will turn around for Leagues Cup. Want to be proven wrong, but I don't think I will be. I think they're actually going to care. That's the first big thing. They're actually going to try. I think that matters. Players to watch: Matthew Chouanier, which that should be correct. How far away is MLS from Liga MX? They're pretty close. I still think Liga MX might have a nose ahead of MLS, but I think MLS is right there. Like they're neck and neck, at least top level wise. But I think overall they're still pretty tight. Have you seen any Women's World Cup games? I've watched a couple. Haven't watched a lot. Well, let's put it like this. I haven't watched the most. Like I didn't even watch every Qatar game because of those really early kickoffs, but I'd say I watch more Qatar games at this point than Women's World Cup games, but I've watched a couple. So I watched Canada play Nigeria. I watched Australia play their game. Watched a little bit of Japan. I didn't watch the USA game. I didn't watch England. I thought they cared at the start. I thought they cared at the start of the year, and they cared against Montreal, but ever since DC, they just haven't cared. Like, ever since DC, like that game and the Minnesota game, I think they just stopped caring, like incrementally. In the RSL game, they cared, and then they lost in the last second, and that just did it, I think. Like, they look like they're playing better under Dunfield. That's the crazy part. It just hasn't gone their way. But if they care and they look like they're playing better, I think things might just turn around enough and then they could build confidence. But I shouldn't have hope, but I do have hope. Minnesota should, I think. Aaron Herrera should be playing in Europe now. I agree with that. Mexico doesn't host any games in this tournament, at least this year. For fans who don't like Apple, get to watch our next two games. Both of them are on FS1. I'm still watching on Apple. Might as well. 4 minutes to go to kickoff. So Montreal's going to wear their new blue kits, which, you know what, I got to admit, those are nice. Still wouldn't buy it, but they're nice. How will TFC fans feel Saputo, Bologna, loan Bernardeschi to Montreal? We would feel very, very, very stabbed in the back. If he goes to Bologna, I feel stabbed in the back because that's Saputo's team. And DeVio had a really big hand in it. Then if they loan him to Montreal, oh, baby, I feel stabbed in the back, and I think everybody else will too. Like, Bernardeschi would be – you thought they called Defoe a Judas? Bernardeschi's not going to come back from that. At least Defoe started to sort of come back from the Judas thing, at least in my book. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's not really a Judas. Maybe he just, did what was best for him and his family. And it sort of didn't go the way he expected it to. I mean, getting the World Cup taken away from you and then your family's homesick, which I kind of don't understand that. But you know what? All's well that ended well on that side of things. I don't think when it comes to Bernardeschi, all's well that ends well there. So. There you go. But to me, I mean, Defoe's not really a Judas anymore. So there you go. I'm hoping Pumas has fun today. I'm slightly jealous of Miami and how they're currently built. I hate being jealous. Yeah, because Miami's doing what we were trying to do, but it's actually working for them. But I guess that's the difference between getting Italians who just won the Euros and getting the GOAT and his friends. But I don't know. Because here's the difference. Messi actually cares. Messi actually cares, and he plays like it's still Europe. The Italians are very morale-based, but I can tell you one thing, the morale is very low. And they don't play like it's Europe. Besides, they really only use them. They didn't get their friends either. I thought about it. So LAFC could play Mazatlan or Juarez, which they should win. I agree with that. How we doing, Mile High? Like, LAFC are going to get to a stumbling block when they play somebody worth a damn. I don't know, like Leon again? Technically, it matters. Not manages, matters for both teams. Are you wearing a Pumas t-shirt? I'm just wearing something that's the colors of Pumas, but no, it's not a Pumas t-shirt. In Liga MX, Pumas has 1 win, 0 losses, 2 draws. Montreal has 9 wins, 12 losses, 2 draws. 2 goals in their last 5 matches, 5 goals allowed. 6 goals for Pumas in their last 5, 8 goals allowed. So Pumas look like the better team coming into this. Montreal have had 3 losses in 5. 1 win and 1 draw. Here we go. Jonathan Sawad, the back 3, Gabriel Corbo, Rudy Camacho, Joel Waterman, Ariel Lasseter, Nathan Saliba, Matthew Chouanier, Zachary Broguillard, Chinonso Ofor, Bryce Duke, and Kwadwo Opoku for Montreal. For Pumas under Turco Mohamed, Gil Alcala, Ergas, Magalan, Nathan Benevendo, Caicedo, Ortiz, Huerta, Del Prete, Salvio, Dineno. Aldrete's on the bench. Pumas wearing white, as you would have expected. Montreal wearing blue. First time going to sit down in a restaurant in a while. Interesting. Why isn't Aaron Herrera starting? I don't know, to be honest. I'm not Losada. I guess he must have picked up. No, it's been 2 weeks. He should be fine. I don't think he picked up an injury against Jamaica. Here we go. They've kicked off. How we doing? So Austin FC are considered the new chokers on the blocks. This is not Leon anymore. Well, yeah, true. That is true. And I still technically could use the green leaf logo for Austin. I got to whip one of those up. Let's go. Maybe. Technically, because, you know, their thing is a tree and they're verde. Maybe lighten up the green a bit, but I could still do the same thing. Throwing for Pumas. Nice throw in, long throw in, headed away by Montreal. Keylor Herrera of Costa Rica is the referee here. That's a free kick for Montreal. 0-0, 0-0. Later tonight, of course, I'll be watching Portland versus San Jose, and that's the one I'll be reviewing as well. I had to have a double day on these first 3 days at some point. Tomorrow will just be New York versus Atlas because that's Toronto's group, so I'm going to give Atlas in New York the same treatment I would have given Toronto's games because that matters. You're wearing a Pumas shirt, it's the colors. It's definitely Pumas' colors, but it's not a Pumas shirt. I don't have a Pumas kit yet, but I made it work. I asked the same thing. Hey, you know what? See, that's why it works, you know? See, it's the colors, you know? It works. See what I'm doing? You see the vision. Let's go. So you see the vision. That's why I wear that's why I wear a shirt that has the team's colors that I'm repping more in that game if I don't have their jersey. See, now you understand. See, now you get it. New York versus Atlas. NYCFC versus Atlas. Yeah, it wasn't even on Google when I looked for it, but they use FOTMob. 228 playing forward. That goes all the way back to Sawa. That'll be a goal kick. I knew Arsenal was losing 2-0 at the half, and they were losing 2-0 at the 50th minute. And they were playing a shootout anyway, so how'd it go? I was a little bit shocked that Arsenal was losing. Balogun better than Nketiah, just my opinion. I agree. Third minute, playing forward. Oh, nice run. Dineno all alone. Let's see if he goes full Champions League, Dineno. He needs to if they want to beat Montreal. Let's remember if this after 90, this is a tie after 90 or a draw after 90, they go straight to penalties. Just ask Vancouver. United won 2-0. They won on penalties too. No idea why it went to penalties. Probably to practice penalties, which I don't blame them. What do you think about the Leon-Vancouver game? It was crazy. I didn't think Leon would draw to Vancouver and have to go to penalties against them. At least they won the shootout. They sort of got, after all that time, they sort of got there. They didn't lose to Vancouver. That would have sucked. Like, seriously, Cordova saved Vancouver's ass. Like, Cordova put Vancouver on his back. Leon was just, it wasn't their night. Luckily for them, it wasn't a loss. Messi's free kick went trending on all platforms last night. I'm not surprised. Is Turko Muhammad wearing a vest with a white shirt? Well, that isn't a is question. That's just he is. A vest. If I'm going to wear a suit, I'm going to wear a suit. I'm not going to wear the vest and the shirt, but not the jacket. I know it's 70 degrees. It's not fun to wear a suit in hot 70 Fahrenheit in hot temperatures. I know it's not fun, but here's the thing. If you're going to wear a suit, just wear the whole thing. Or wear the jacket without the vest. But that's just me. Like, wearing the vest and then the shirt seems kind of douchey to me. I'm not going to lie. Like, that just seems, no. For me. Losada's wearing a suit. Look at him. Besides, I've worn a suit 90+ Fahrenheit temperatures, so it ain't, 70 is a breeze. 70's a breeze. Remember that time I took a picture at the levee in Greenville? Yeah, that was 90+. Mississippi in August is one of the hottest places you could be. And I was still wearing a full suit. So. So 70 is not that bad at all. What's the score prediction for Philadelphia Union versus Club Tijuana? I say Philadelphia 2-0. And it's Xolos, not what you put. It's like, that's needless. I hope that was just a typo. What up, man? I hope that was just a typo. It's Xolos, which is a type of dog. There's a reason why there's a dog in Tijuana's crest. Xolos is a type of dog. The more you know. The more you know. 7th minute. Nil, 0-0. I know you're very typo averse. Well, that's not the word. Typo-centric. There we go. That's better. Averse means you don't do typos. 7th minute. Playing forward. Huerta. Oh, Huerta still. Huerta. Cross. Dineno. Can't get the shot off. That's out for a goal kick. Do you drink? Barely. Like, I drink sometimes, but it's very rare. Let me tell you something. If I drink, like, any regularity, I'm definitely going to be an alcoholic. So it's not worth it for me. And I don't know if I'm going to be a fun drunk or an asshole drunk. So it's just not worth it. Like, I drink in very big moderation. I do sometimes drink, but I don't. Like on New Year's Eve. Like Moscato on New Year's Eve, or maybe a strawberry martini here or there. I don't drink beer. Unless it was a Guinness, I don't drink beer. I like more mixed drinks. Whiskey or bourbon? If I had to choose, probably whiskey. If I had to choose. I don't really like to taste alcohol anyway, even if I wanted to drink. So it would have to be more of a mixed drink where it's kind of like mixed in and covered, so to speak. So there you go. Which probably would, but whatever. So there's your answer. I drink like 3 or 4 times a year at most. Mostly it's just Coke, water, and tea. And I'm fine with that. 10th minute. The Lionel Messi debut is going to be one to remember for a long time. I agree. Playing 40 years Pumas. Pumas is looking like the better side slightly, I got to say. Pumas does look like the better side, but I could see this going to penalties. Have you ever had a really bad hangover? No. No. Because I barely drink. Playing 40 years Pumas. Here's a chance. Still Pumas. Jeez, man. See, Pumas is cutting them up. They got to score at some point. I do remember one time at my first homecoming, in grade 9, they spiked the punch. That's probably my only hangover, but it wasn't that bad. See, I didn't drink water. See, here's the kicker. When you drink water every so often. It sort of takes off the edge. But they were like these little solo cups. They spiked the punch, and I drank like 8 or 9, maybe 10 cups of punch throughout homecoming. Couldn't really tell it was spiked. So I come home. This was the same night as that WWMSG show. Me and my Nana always watched wrestling a lot. So I told her, hey, when I come home, we'll watch this show after it's over. I won't get any spoilers or anything. She was fine with that. So it was like those small pink Dixie cups. It wasn't like it was a big old. So like it was probably 3 full cups maybe if you did the equalizer, but whatever. Whatever, let me finish. So I get home from homecoming. I change out of my shirt and pants. I get into my home clothes. And me and my Nana are watching the WWMSG show from that night. And she's like, are you tipsy? Like at some point, like she could tell. And I didn't even know the punch was spiked. But then she she could kind of tell. And she was like, are you tipsy? I'm like, I don't think so. And she's like, no, something's different about you. And she's like, yeah, you're probably tipsy. Did they spike the punch? And I'm like, I guess they did then. And then I wake up the next morning with like a little bit of a freaking pulsating headache. And I'm like, yep, Nana was right. God love her. I miss her. I miss her. I miss her. But yeah, so yeah. Like it was like a dull pulsating headache. But no, she was right. And then she then confirmed to be right. So yeah. Once. I'm just saying she was right. So yeah, they spiked the punch at my grade 9 homecoming. And the only reason I know it was because my Nana said, like, yeah, I think they spiked the punch. And then I woke up the next morning, I'm like, yeah, she's right. The more you know. I think they did spike the punch in grade 11 and 12 as well, but it wasn't as bad as the other time because, one, I drank water during homecoming. And second of all, I guess I drank less. And third of all, I guess once you drink 10 small Dixie cups of spiked punch, I guess 5 or 6 ain't a patch on that. So, there you go. No, at least not that day, no. Oh, but speaking of homecoming stories, my senior homecoming was the same day as that Vancouver-Toronto game in 2018 when Josie Altidore got sent off and they lost to Vancouver at home. So I was getting dressed for homecoming, my grade 12 homecoming, watching that game, and I'm like, that did not start my night off well, I can tell you that much. It's funny, like my last 3 high school dances all were on a TFC match day. And they're all stories about it. The only one I watched was the homecoming day because the grade 11 prom, they were playing Chicago like on my way to St. Louis because they were in St. Louis that time. That prom was in St. Louis at the time, and I was just following the score. So I think they're winning once I get into the hotel. I take a bath. I get out of the bath and I see 2-2. And I'm like, what? I thought they scored a third goal taken away. Okay. So I wait till after prom to watch the highlights because I knew I'd be pissed off. So I waited. I waited. And as soon as I got out of my tux, I watched the highlights. And I'm just smoking out my ears. Like, I'm so pissed. about how that game went down. Then the next year they played Orlando in Orlando and they won 2-0. That's just, you know. But they won. Good for them. So, one draw out of those 3 days was one draw, one loss, one win. Shot past the post. Pumas is. How we doing? I asked if Continental Champs mentioned Italy during the question. He said no, they shouldn't. He said it would be fair for some teams. Wouldn't be fair for some teams. Example, if Iceland won the Euros, he said they shouldn't be in the World Cup. Who else is going to win it all? We should have beat Seattle that one time. I don't know. Big shot there. Almost getting beat by Montreal. So, there you go. Yep. Recovering from the Mississauga-Croatia game last night. Beer before, during, and after the game last night. Thanks for the cherry brandy shots to the Polish guys. Cherry brandy shots don't sound too bad. I'm not going to lie. Oh, he will. Don't worry. 0-0 Mocha versus Cibao full time. Also, Cristiano Ronaldo saying Europe has lost his quality. He's being stupider. They are legitimately using him for propaganda. Have you ever had Jello shots? No, I haven't. I'd be down for it, but I haven't. I have not. No. 18th minute, Schwanier plays it back. -10 goal differential for Montreal. Just out of the playoff spots. One out of the wild card. One spot out of the wild card. Opoku. I still can't believe they got him. They're dangerous because you end up having too many of them due to its sweetness. Yeah, I figure. I do like Jello, though. I think it's the fact that Cristiano's team is losing, and I guess he just doesn't know how to take an L. Yeah, that's about right. Messi is the more humble guy, I got to admit. Messi just wants to play football. Like, if he succeeds, great. He's going to try, but Messi just wants to play football. Like, he doesn't cross in, head it away, be another corner, or they'll retake the corner. Like, Messi just doesn't cause any trouble. He just wants to play football, you know? Well, except Kamiras Bobo, but I understand why he did that. The only time I've ever seen Messi cause trouble was Kamiras Bobo. Hope you're so lucky when I saw that transfer market. Definitely you just jinxed it. Neymar to Inter Miami. Are you kidding me? See, I told you if it was going to happen, it was going to be Miami or LA. Shot! Save! Save by Alcala for Pumas. Cleared away. I told you. Save by Sawa. Oh, he headed it. That's cool. Well, he couldn't touch it, but still, that was headed on the run. That's nice. Throw in for Pumas. And Pumas, I think that may be Dineno. Yeah, that's Dineno down. Yep, Dineno's down. Oh! Yeah, that should be a foul. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Oh no, that was Del Prete. Del Prete was the one who went down. They sort of, You know what? They do sort of favor each other in the face, though. I'm not going to lie. Montreal isn't playing half bad, but Pumas aren't playing half bad either. Free kick here. Cross in. Header! Past the post. Header slightly past the post for Pumas. Be a goal kick for Sawa in the 21st minute. Looks like that was... Sawa taking the goal kick. Camacho runs forward. So Montreal knocking on the door. Both teams knocking on each other's door. Both teams are knocking on each other's door, but I say Pumas is slightly better. Pumas is showing their quality and their pace, but Montreal still had their moments. Montreal's definitely been pushed into a couple of mistakes, though, by Pumas. Pumas has less possession, though, huh? Montreal score. Playing forward, Bryce Duke. Bryce Duke going forward. Still Bryce Duke. Bryce Duke still brought down Chouanier. Chouanier to Lassiter. Lassiter back to Duke. Duke, shot, goal! Goal! Montreal! 1-0, 1-0, Bryce Duke. That was a good work play, I gotta say. Good work play. Pumas are going to let me down, aren't they? Bryce Duke with a goal. Good taking goal. Montreal leads 1-0. 1-0. Imagine Quadbo Opoku scores. Well, he's scored in continental games before. It's not something new for him. Lassiter plays to Duke. Boom. Perfect shot. And the two former Miami teammates and current Montreal teammates have helped each other. There. Good shot. You made Pumas go far. Why are they not a good team? They just love bottling international games. I keep forgetting that. They definitely let you down, but Montreal are definitely good. Hey, Montreal are a good team. I just wanted Pumas to do what I thought they would do and win. Besides. But the good news is... Well, the Montreal would have to finish second. I would not complain if Toronto somehow got to go to a 401 derby in the League's Cup at some point in the knockout stage. Oliver Renard, best Moneyball GM in MLS. For some reason, yes. Even when they looked like they were going to be spoon contenders, he somehow turned them into a freaking amazing team. You know, I got to put respect on his name. I hate to do it, but I will. Oliver Renard, you're right. He is the best Moneyball GM in MLS. He knows what he's doing. I wish we had him instead of Bill Manning, so that's about as much respect you're getting from me. Oliver Renard knows how to do his job. Bill Manning does not. So, definitely have a better front office than us. They know what they're doing. But don't worry, Montreal's not even going to make it that far. Maybe quarters around 16. If they finish second in their group, and Toronto was to finish second, they play each other in the round of 16. But, yeah. I'll give you that respect. DC is going to lose to Pumas. And DC's going to lose to Montreal. Playing forward. Lassiter. Cross. That'll be cleared for a corner. Like, seriously, Montreal looked like they were going to be a spoon contender at the start of the year. They looked like they were going to be a spoon contender at the start of the year. And then they've turned that from being a spoon contender into a playoff level side. I can't believe it. I probably should. It would help my mental health, but I'm not going to do it. Captain, it'll probably help my mental health if I did that, but no, I'm not. So, 27th minute. I don't know why they haven't fired him yet. Playing forward. That'll be a throw-in for Pumas. Remember, if this game ends up as a draw, they go to penalties after 90. Let's remember that. 28th minute. Messi flopped like it was a World Cup game. Messi didn't flop. Stop it. It was a foul. He didn't flop. Stop acting like it was scripted. Cross in. Playing forward. Montreal's winning, yeah. What percentage chance do you give Miami to reach the League's Cup final, 0 to 100? 65%. Did I put them in the third place match? I put them in the third place match, so yeah, I'll give some 65%. I'm not going to say 80 or 65 is a good call. Yeah, 65 is a good call. They're going to beat Atlanta. They're going to get 6 points in their group. That's not a question. So, 30th minute. Plays forward. Ooh, that's still huge. Gonna give him like 45%. Well, I had him in the third place match, so. I mean, yeah, 45 is probably more like it, but still, how we doing, Red Bull Insider? How we doing? Montreal's next match is against DC United on the 26th, which is the same day Toronto plays. I think, yeah. We know exactly what would happen. They would beat them and still be first place. Yeah. 31st minute, 1-0, 1-0. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going, y'all. Come on. Super chats are on as well. No foul. Nope, there is a foul. Free kick for Montreal. And it looks like CONCACAF is sending their refs to this tournament instead of pro. I do respect that, I got to say. Red Bulls 0, New England 0, 31 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Yeah. Chivas winning this tournament. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, at least it's not pro refs reffing this tournament. I guess because it's a CONCACAF tournament, technically Mexican refs and United States refs and Canadian refs can't ref this tournament. Cross in. Lasted 10 doesn't get the tap in. No. 32nd minute. Well, you know what? I won't complain about it then. I mean, I'm glad. I don't. So we're not getting Sergei Boyko at all. Not even a chance. Okay, you know what? Not bad. Philadelphia versus Tijuana started. Okay. Because, yeah, all these referees. Said Martinez reffed one of these games last night. Honduran. Keylor Herrera, Costa Rican. Yeah. I guess an American ref could have technically reffed this match. But technically, nice play. Cross in, that's going out. Corner here for Montreal. Just wait for the big dogs to come in. Chivas America, Tigres, and Monterrey. It's game over for Miami. And Cruz Azul's a big dog technically too. What happened to them? Right? Okay. Just so we're clear. Cruz Azul's a grande. What happened to them? Exactly. Cross in. Header. Pushed away by Pumas. Besides Mazatlan, you know what? This tournament hasn't been good for Mexican teams, really. If we're being honest. Besides Mazatlan, for the Mexican teams, this tournament's been absolutely bad so far. If that's the truth. Laceter, cross, header. I don't know why, but Miguel Herrera reminds me of one of those chefs that work in a meat shop. Well, yeah, that's true. That is true. Leon won. Yeah, on penalties. And not just any penalty shootout, the third longest in history. And they almost lost. They had to score in the 80-something minute just to tie the game up. And they could have lost in the last 3 minutes in stoppage time if the ball didn't go off the post. They got lucky multiple times last night. Shot. Given away to Laceter. Montreal going forward. Leon got lucky multiple times last night. They came back. They got lucky they didn't get a ball put in against them right at the end. And they had to play an 18, 19-round penalty shootout just to get an extra point. To me, that's the most lossiest version of a win you could have. What no normal game. How we doing, Angus? Mazatlan kicked Austin's ass. So good for Mazatlan. Miami got owned at the last second by Miami. Or Cruz Azul. I said Miami got owned by Miami. Cruz Azul got owned by Miami at the last second. Montreal's beating Pumas. What other Mexican team played last night? No, it was Dallas and Charlotte, Houston and Orlando. It was 3 Mexican teams. So far, it's 1 draw with a penalty shootout win or 1 win, 1 draw with a penalty shootout win, and as it stands, 2 losses. We need an MLS pledge. Please talk about Messi 10% or less. Leon survived by the skin of their teeth because they shouldn't lose to Vancouver. They should have ripped up Vancouver like a pizza, cut them in all corners. Exactly. Wait, cut them in all corners. Don't tell me you're making a square pizza reference. Don't make me think of Emo's at all. Emo's Pizza, that is. That is not pizza. Never, and I mean ever, make me think of that abomination they call Emo's Pizza. Miami got lucky. See, Montreal scored. Yep. Emo's Pizza is an abomination. They put tomato sauce on cardboard and Provel cheese that's like glue on top of that sauce. It's like you're eating cardboard. Opinion on 2 points with penalties versus 3. I like it because of the way the groups are. It's a 3-team group. I like the idea because if you're just giving out 1 point, that could easily make this harder to decide and decipher with a 3-team group and only 2 games per team being played. They're going to need a penalty shootout. So I think the way this tournament works, it's the best idea, having a penalty shootout to give an extra point. Sort of like hockey, you know. I'm used to it with hockey, so you know what? I'm fine with it here. It's sort of hockey-ish to me, the penalty shootout after 90 in the group stage. Sort of hockey-ish to me, so I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. And also, I was watching MLS Next Pro last year anyway, so I got used to it that way too. So it's sort of hockey-ish to me. So I love hockey, so it's not too weird to me that they did something like that. I can accept it. Good. Never find out about Emo's Pizza. Just never. If you ever come to St. Louis or in that area, never buy Emo's Pizza. I'm saving you money and time and your taste buds. Trust me. If you do buy some there, buy the toasted Ravs. And if anybody takes you there, get the toasted Ravs. Trust me. Stay away from the pizza. The toasted Ravs are pretty good, though. But stay away from the pizza. Stay away from the pizza. What was the term for that again? Munja cake? Munja cake, yes. And it's MANGIACAKE, but still. You follow the AHL? Yes, the Toronto Marlies. I was about worried you were going to say he's crazy. But, so we agree. Good. Good. I was worried. Miami Barcelona 2.0. Yep. Exactly. Yep. Just add cake to the end of that. Montreal playing it backwards. Like, I've had square pizza that isn't too bad. Like, I've had square pizza that's actually good. Donato's in Columbus, that was amazing. When I went to Columbus for Toronto Columbus back in 2019, Donato's was good. That was square pizza, and I liked it. It's just the way Emo's does it. I don't get why people love it so much. I don't. But I won't. But again, I'm not against eating the toasted Ravs from there. I like the toasted Ravs. Toasted ravioli is just fine by me. They do really good with toasted ravs. Whenever I hear the term St. Louis pizza, I worry. Exactly. St. Louis has some really cool stuff culinary-wise, like the gooey butter cake, toasted ravs. Those are good. But you always have to have a miss. Emos. Yeah. What about bananas with pasta? You're a munja cake. 42nd minute. I think, well, St. Louisans say they did, so I'm going to say yes. St. Louis invented toasted ravioli. The Hill invented toasted ravioli. I'm going to stick with it. Well, you definitely predict TFC could beat Miami. You're acting like a pendejo, like TFC. You're watching this. Because I think they'll actually give a shit about this tournament, and by the time they get there, they'll have a lot of confidence. But, yeah, I know I'm probably talking crazy. Chouanier, cross in, header, goal! Goal! Montreal! Gabriel Corbo scores the header. It's 2-0, 2-0. CF Montreal. Gabriel Corbo scores in the 43rd minute. It's over for Pumas. Yeah. You're getting beat by Montreal. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, no. Supposedly, St. Louis invented the ice cream cone. A lot of cities have claimed the same thing. I mean, if it was a World's Fair thing, I get it. Like it's because of the World's Fair. I mean, I get it, but still. Bananas and pasta, that's nasty. It doesn't go together. I mean, it's not bad enough. The pizza, pineapple and pizza are somehow a combination, but bananas and pasta, that's nasty. Yeah, I know. Because New York has a lot of melting pot type. Yeah. See, people get the reference. There we go. LA 9. Jesus, don't make me sing this. There's a hole in Quebec that they call Montreal. Go to hell, Montreal. Go to hell. Red Bulls is up 1-0. There's a Man City fan called Hamza who eats bananas and pasta during streams. That's got to be a different Hamza to the other Hamza. To the red pill Hamza, no? They're two different dudes, right? I've never seen that City fan. It's two different dudes, right? Seattle, they had sour cream on hot dogs. What the hell's wrong with them? Offside, no goal for Red Bull. Not that Hamza. I thought so. I would do a mile high. Yeah, Pumas let me down again. They let me down again. Just like Seattle, they let me down. I either get hungry or lose my appetite whenever I'm on your stream. I'm not going to ask why you lose your appetite, but okay. I think that's I mean, yeah, we do talk about food a very good bit, so I can understand why you get hungry. I'm not going to ask why you lose your appetite sometimes, though. There's nothing glaring, so I don't want to know. A lot of guts for Losada to start the youngster Saliba over the veteran Wanyama. You know what? But it was a good decision. I think Saliba, technically, at least right now, is a better player. Saliba is a very, very good young player, I gotta say. So Losada's got guts, but it's paying off, and I don't blame him for making the decision. So I get hungry a lot more. Okay, that's good. Over the top, Pumas header cleared. Ooh, over the bar. If either of these teams don't make the third place or the final, Toronto and Montreal will play each other on the 20th of August to start the last 10 games of the season. Well, if he's eating bananas and spaghetti on stream, I think we know why he's constipated. Because he eats other things that make him constipated. It's halftime. 2-0. 2-0. We all do, but I don't use bananas and pasta to fix my constipation. Or at least I never thought of it that way. Okay, I can see why. Doesn't surprise me. Pumas sucks. But we all eat things that make us constipated. I just never thought bananas and pasta actually did help. I thought it would make it worse. I mean, if you're going to do things that probably would make it worse, I would rather eat MRE can't crap crackers to help with constipation. That's probably going to work better. Again, I've never had a problem. Somebody called him that. That's an awful combo. Doesn't surprise me. Pumas sucks. So all teams have to play each other once. So Montreal plays both teams in each group. Pumas plays DC and Montreal, so once. It's 2 games for each team in the group. So Pumas will have played 2 games. Montreal have played 2 games. DC will have played 2 games. There's 3 games per group pretty much. So there's no double play. There's nothing like that. I agree with that. Penalty for the Union. Banana and pasta. My Italian family would whack anyone that does that. Exactly. Because you're a munja cake if you do that. Halftime, it's 2-0. 2-0. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this one going. Montreal's beating Pumas 2-0. I don't like it. We'll take a short break, talk about the stats. Sit tight. 2-0. 2-0. We're back for the stats at the half. Damn. I would probably just go become a monk. I'm done. If they win an international trophy, I'm going to become a monk and just live under a rock. Probably. If anybody's going to come back, it's a team like Pumas. Pumas is known for comebacks. So behind Sawa, causing them to make mistakes, yeah, they're going to need some like that. So if anybody's going to come back, it would be a team like Pumas. They know how to make comebacks. That's the only thing that's keeping me hopeful. Goal for the Union, 1-0 Gazdag. NYCFC is a Central American level team. And then what's Toronto then? A Caribbean level team? I agree with that. I do. Of course they are. Stats are as follows at the half. 56% possession to 44% possession. 7 total shots to 5. 158 accurate passes, 77% to 120, 73%. 7 fouls to 9. 0 offside to 0. 3 corners to 0. 7 shots to 5. 3 shots on goal to 0. 204 passes to 165. 77% pass accuracy to 73. 12 throws to 12, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0. Montreal's the better team. They've got 2 goals. They've played more offensively. They have better forward play so far. Montreal just believes that they're the better team, and so far they look like it. That's all I got to say. Montreal's doing their job. They're doing their job. They're not afraid of Pumas at all. Tactically, they're just doing amazing when it comes to Montreal. TFC plus injury equals plus manager with no chemistry equals exactly. So, we'll see what happens in the second half. Mazatlan beat the hell out of Austin. We need to stop letting Austin play international games, I swear. Oh, we really do. Austin loves embarrassing themselves on the international stage. They really do. Oof, Maron. Oh! How you get beat by a plastic team? And how was that not offside? They're showing all the highlights from so far. I guarantee Austin won't even make it far in the MLS playoffs. Yeah, I agree with that. Bossy scores for Houston. Then Orlando, McGuire tied it up. And then they won on penalties, Orlando. Herrera missed his penalty. Big save by Gallese. And then Orlando won the shootout with Torres popping one in. And then, of course, Leon beat Vancouver on penalties, yes. Oh, they didn't even talk about that. Oh, well, ain't that some? Miami beat Cruz Azul. Orlando won on penalties. Mazatlan beat Austin. Charlotte won on penalties over Dallas. And Leon won on penalties over Vancouver after a 90-minute draw. Of course, so far. See how that predicts 6 won't even happen. There was no 6 games. What we got for Leagues Cup? Tomorrow, Leagues Cup, 6 p.m. There we go. Yep, 6 p.m. Central. Boom. Okay. Hot loss versus New York. All right. Had to make sure. Of course, Monday's an off day after these next 2.5 matches. 2-0 Union. I'm not surprised. Incredible. Don't forget Messi with a magical free kick to win. Oh, we covered that yesterday. We don't have to. We know how it ended, but that was an amazing free kick. I'll also be live for Portland versus San Jose tonight. So hopefully y'all pop in for that. And I'll review Portland versus San Jose as well, which might not do that well considering, it's 2 MLS teams playing each other. But you know what? The away days guy was standing right next to Messi's wife and brother during the game. That's cool. Small world. I like this tournament. I do too. It sort of gives me MLS's back vibes, but they threw the Mexican teams in there too. I like it. I do. And it's at different stadiums, but I like it. It may be a cash grab, but you know what? It qualifies the Champions Cup, and it also sort of gives me MLS's back vibes. So you know what? I'm good with it. I know Mexican teams are jobbing, but just wait till the big dogs come in. You really think teams like Chivas, Tigres America, Monterrey will give up easy? No, but also know this. Also, think of this, though. Leon's a big dog, right? They're a big dog, yeah? What happened last night? Or what happened to Cruz Azul last night? 2 big dogs. I don't have a Pumas kit. I'll never have a Montreal kit, but I'm wearing some that's Pumas colors, but ain't really turned too good for me. They're bringing on Lapalainen. Lapalainen's coming on at the half for Montreal. Lassi Lapalainen in for the CF Montreal. When will Herdman give some respect to Sawa and Chouanier by including them with the Canadians men's national team? They're both Montreal's MVP this year. I do have a Vancouver kit, though. Here's the thing. They should have been called up for the Gold Cup. Sawa should have started over Dane St. Clair. Hell, Sawa's better than Borjan at this point. He's only 21. He doesn't look like it, but he is 21. The man looks 30-something, but no, he's only 21. Sawa, he's better than Borjan at this point. Sawa should be the Canadian starter. He's better than Dane St. Clair. He's better than Borjan. Chouanier would be perfect for Canada, even their A team. They should be called up as soon as they can be. They should have been at the Gold Cup, but if they play in September, they should be called up. And if they're not, Herdman's crazy. Well, that would be just my luck, wouldn't it? That would be just my luck. But like if she's perfect besides being a Montreal fan, I don't know. If she was perfect besides that one thing, I probably would have to just bite the bullet, wouldn't I? That would be my luck. '45th minute, they took off Lasseter for Lapalainen. Be just my luck. I do not have a P.O. box. I probably should start one, though. Let me look into that, okay? I should start a P.O. box. You have a point. I probably should. Cruz Azul and Leon are not big dogs, especially Cruz Azul anymore. Leon just won the Champions League. How are they not a big dog? Guti will play for Chivas. Second half has started. Vinicius Jr. doesn't look 23 as well. He looks 30. Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be a in between of A team and B team, and I hope Lucio Acosta does come in. Team Canada needs something else rather than Herdman to reach the next level, in my opinion. Miguel Herrera gets yellow carded. Top teams right now in Liga MX, Tigres, Chivas. Now, all right. It's 47th minute. You know something I don't? If you know something I don't, you better tell me. If you know something I don't, you better tell me. I'm not surprised. Monterrey and America ghost during important matches. Yeah, this is true. Unless it's Champions League, then Monterrey is going to win. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's Vinny's Jr. forehead that makes him look 30. Yeah. I never thought of it like that, but Chelsea's winning. Good. I play central attacking mid. If I'm playing a game, it would be central attacking mid. Oh, almost. Pumas almost. Central attacking mid. On the wing, the left wing. Central attacking mid, somewhere around there. I don't play striker because I'm not tall enough to play striker. I don't play defense because I'm not tall enough to play center back. I could play wing back, but, I'm definitely not tall enough to play goalkeeper. So central attacking mid or on the wing. Timbers lineup should be out in a bit. Of course, it's not that far out. What's the score? 2-0 Montreal. 2-0. I'm 5'6". Sandro Martinez is only 5'9" and can play center back in the Prem. I don't know if a 5'6" dude who can't jump can play center back. At least Lissandro can jump, and he's got 3 inches on me. I can't jump. '50th minute. Playing forward. Oh, Saliba recovers. Looked up videos of Oman, which is the opponent that the U.S. is going to face. They look pretty tough. Hopefully we still manage to beat them by 2. Hey, that'd be good for y'all. Opoku. Quadwo Opoku. Oh. I play goalkeeper besides I'm 6'2.5". Yeah, that's probably the bare minimum to play goalkeeper. 80th minute, North Carolina Courage 6-0 over Washington Spirit. America with Quinones, doesn't that scare anyone? If Quinones is carrying the team, Other than that, I thought Jordan Pickford was like 5'5". Hardest position, goalkeeper and midfield. I can't speak on goalkeeper, but midfield, yeah. Plays forward, and Dineno doesn't even take the shot. He was right there. What are you doing? Goal kick for Sawa. That was foolish. Dineno. I guess he either thought he was offside or something. Yeah, I thought the U.S. women were going to win like 10, 11-0. So the fact that you only won like... Nobody laughed at the Pickford joke. I thought I was as tall as Jordan Pickford. I didn't think he was... He only has T-Rex arms. I thought he was short. Oof, muddle. Oh, yeah, because they're changing the shirt numbering and all that. So I guess they changed the international scoreboard with it, too. Yeah, I think I saw a picture of it. I didn't like it. Save. When I played in high school and college, I was a central midfielder. I always had a ton of stamina. So more like a Michael Bradley. More like Michael Bradley or Coelho, play right back. Not bad. It's the league logo with a line of the team's color and the name. The Everton website has them listed at 6'1". Taller than I thought. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Exactly. Play forward and backup goalkeeper. I thought he was shorter. He does not look 6'1". Man height fishing. Jordan Pickford is height fishing. They probably put some razors in his boots. They put some platforms in his boots. That's why he's 6'1". Offside. That'll be a goal kick for Pumas. 54th minute. Because I don't like Everton. That's why I'm making fun of them. Lamel. Exactly. Well, yeah, or they could just be like pro wrestling when, yeah, MJ was only 6'4", not really 6'6". So, when it comes down to it, I don't like Everton, you know. LeBron's only 6'7", not 6'9". Yeah, well, there you go. Playing forward is Pumas. Pumas playing forward. That's a horrible pass forward. Horrible. 54th minute. Everton used to be good with Roberto Martinez, and they were better with David Moyes. Playing forward. Nice. Camacho. Let Sawa get there. You like Pumas? I mean, I have respect for Pumas. I do. I have a soft spot for them. Even though they let me down twice when they played Seattle and now here, but I still have a soft spot for them. America Chivas Monterrey Tigres haven't joined yet, so how's MLS taking over? Messi's free kick reminded me of the Liverpool free kick in 2019. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Messi used Grove Pill, so, I mean, if it worked for Messi, well, I should have done the same thing. Well, no, probably wouldn't have been a good idea considering I definitely would have had to have scoliosis surgery if I tried that. You know, it's probably worth it. Saliba playing too aggressive considering he's on a yellow. Yeah, I think that's definitely his youth showing through, that he's playing rough, but he thinks he's untouchable, even though he's on a yellow. That's where his youth is showing through. I'd put on Wanyama the next chance I get. If I was Losada, I'd put on Wanyama. That would be me, personally. Chelsea scored 4-3. Chelsea versus Brighton, more than 80 minutes played. What the hell's going on there? Thoughts on Luis Chavez not able to go to Europe? Well, I wouldn't want to go to Russia. So if it was Mexico or Russia, I'm choosing Mexico any day of the week and twice on Sundays. So I don't think it's bad for Chavez not to go to Europe. Let him get another half season or a season in and then go from there. He'll get somebody actually worth a damn. Honestly, Chelsea should go for Luis Chavez. Enzo Fernandez and Luis Chavez midfield for Chelsea would be amazing. They need something like that. So, personally, if it was me, Nate Robinson is definitely not 5'9". And Isaiah Thomas is not 5'9" from the Celtics either. Yeah. Wonder if how Pumas would have done if they qualified at the FIFA Club World Cup. I wonder if they would have even had a stronger chance against Egyptian giant Al Ahly. No, because they don't look like they could even beat Montreal. So what makes you think? Oh, besides, that was before Turco. So they would have been screwed. Yeah, that would be my guess. I agree with that. Luckily, I watched that game. You know, Raimondo, guess what? He was 5'9", played as a goalkeeper. Yeah, Raimondo was a legend. He still is a legend. I like Raimondo. I do. So, yeah, he's probably the exception to the rule. But he was also in MLS, so it's easier to be the exception to the rule if you're playing in MLS. At least back then. So, let's consider when he started playing and when he stopped playing, you know? I like Raimondo, but, you know, free kick for Montreal. He played in MLS when it was starting to grow. And besides, still an exception to the rule, though. So, interesting. And it's 4-3. Herc's finally on vacation. Good for him. Sucks to see him get his credentials reversed or revoked for the Miami game, though. Header cleared by Pumas. That's a foul. Free kick. Yellow card for Chouanier. 59th minute. Is this the Pumas A team? It's definitely the Montreal A team. I would say this is Pumas' A team, yes. They have made some changes since the Champions League run. So, yes, I think this is their A team. The only player that's on the bench is Aldrete. That would be even a starter. So, thoughts on Club America being interested in Roberto Cara? I mean, if they're interested in him, he must be a good player. So, see how it turns if they get him. 60th minute. Think Pumas are taking this tournament seriously? I say yes, Montreal's just better than them. So there you go. I think Montreal's just better than them. I think that's what it is. So there's your answer. Yep. Playing forward is Pumas. They need to come back to at least try to get the shootout. Toronto FC, of course. I'd say they are. Montreal's just better than them. Stop lying. You're a Chivas fan. July 29th is when Pumas plays DC United. Rush is a jobber. 61st minute. Plays down. Oh. Plays forward. Oof. Every team in League's Cup should be taking this seriously. PSG, that's pretty good. Every team in League's Cup should be taking this seriously. Some of them don't, though. And Losada's coaching team is pissed. Substitutions for Pumas. Dineno is off. Wow. They're taking off Dineno. Wow. I cannot believe it. Del Prete is off, and Fernandez is on for Dineno. And Del Prete is off as well. Pumas just waved the white flag. They took off their best player. Wow. And maybe their second best player, too. Wow. I don't know. I think that might have been a penalty, to be honest. And Ruvalcaba come on for Del Prete. Ruvalcaba came on for Del Prete. So the two best players on Pumas right now have been taken off for lower talented players. Wow. They just gave up there. 63rd minute. I've never seen Pumas actually give up, though. That's crazy. Wow. Huh. Turco better know what he's doing. Cross in. Punch by Sawa. It's out for a throw for Pumas. Playing forward. Pumas still plays in right to Sawa and to his feet. Yes, yeah, exactly. You root for Chivas. I mean, I don't blame him, but still. Duke. Hey, that was pretty good by Muhammad to play it back in. Have you ever worn Puma football boots? No. No. If I wore football boots, it would either be Adidas or Nike. I'm not a Puma guy. Their jerseys are fine, but I'm not a Puma shoe guy. Or New Balance, for that matter. For me, it's Nike or Adidas. I like the Copas. I do. I like the Copas. I like the Mercurials. It'd be cool if Pumas was sponsored by Puma Kits. That would be genius. I don't know why it hadn't happened, but that would be genius. But no, they're sponsored by Nike. I'm not the one to ask about that. What do you think about Mario Gonzalez, the LAFC signing? Good player. More of a depth signing, but they need those types of signings if they want to turn their fortunes a little bit around. So you know what? It could work. It could work. That's my thought. I think it's what they need. Yeah, I think it'll work. Oh, the Leagues Cup patches are falling off people's jerseys. Why do they make the patches like this in CONCACAF? They always fall off. $65 minutes. Either not enough heat or not enough adhesives. Well, I mean, yeah, when you make some freaking Velcro wise, you know what? You have a point. Yeah, it's not enough adhesive. Velcro gets weak at times. Pretty quickly, too. Even the prickly part of the Velcro gets weak. And then you really want to talk about it. Let's also say that once like one of the pricklier Velcro parts gets pulled, that's when you know. Galaxy are stupid trying to sign up washed up players. And here's the bad part is they're on a transfer ban, so these players are gonna have to get signed in the winter and they'll just be worse 6 months later. These fools. I don't really like jersey from Pumas. Pumas smaller than the real size. Football jerseys are not. They're all tight. That's the point. What's your favorite team? Toronto FC. There's a reason why I wanted Pumas to win this match. Aaron Herrera and Mason Toy are coming on in this half. Chinonso 4 for Mason Toy in the 68th minute. And Aaron Herrera's coming on for Zachary Broguillard. Pumas hasn't been the same since the CCL final. Yeah, I would agree with that. 68th minute. I meant I wear medium but need a large one if it's Puma, not feel so tight. Fair enough. Very true. Recently bought a Puma PSV Eindhoven shirt with Gakpo on the back, men's size large, but it felt like a medium. That Italy shirt ain't too tight though, and I got a small, so maybe because it's not a authentic. Maybe that was a replica. Maybe that's why that was the case. But could be. What do you think about Yankee General Michael Bradley? Michael Bradley, for me, did good things early in his career with Toronto FC. He is a legend. He's a good captain. He's done a lot of good things for the club, but I think his time has passed. He's not good enough anymore. Like, if he's there for his leadership, that's gone now, especially now after the situation with his father being the manager. They're not ever going to like him ever again. So at this point, his career was almost over anyway. I think he's been crap for the past 3 years. And now I think he just basically ended his career, at least in Toronto. And if he wants to stay there as a coach, well, he's going to have to be a coach. He ain't going to play ever again. But he was probably one of the best players, like to say it or not, in the team's history. He was worthy a captain. And sadly, it had to end the way it did, pretty much. Do you have the Atletico Ottawa jersey? No. Montreal shirt looks like Italy's. Don't make me think that way, but it kind of does. 2-0 Montreal. 70th minute. Pumas. They do not have a final touch to save their lives. Jesus Lord. So yeah, those are my thoughts about Bradley. Like, I will definitely thank Michael for what he's done for TFC once he walks away. I'm not happy about the past 3 years, but I will thank him for what he's done. There's a away jersey created by Italy, 23 that costs 90 at Adidas. Do you ever buy that? It's off-white. Are you talking about the one that they wore during the U20 World Cup? You're talking about the white one they wore against Spain. I wear adult smalls. There'll be too much sizing up. Shot blocked away. Okay, it's the marbled one. I like that one, though. If I see it, maybe I'll pick it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up. I need a new Italy logo shirt. And Ruvalcaba pushes down the Montreal player. That was just idiotic. 71st minute. It looks like Pumas are going to walk away, or Montreal is going to walk away with this one. Pumas has a good coach. Yeah, Turko Mohamed's a good coach. I agree. These players just, I don't know. Besides Dineno, it's really just a collection of, I don't even know what to call it. Dross. Maybe making that Champions League final was the worst thing that could have happened to Pumas. 72nd minute. Lol. 72nd minute. Pumas just ain't doing anything at all here. That's got to be a yellow. That was a rough tackle there. Comes with Italy Icon shorts. I really don't want the shorts. I don't want to be a full kit wanker. I don't want the shorts. The Chelsea game had so many goals. Maybe I'll check it out after this is over. It's on Peacock. I can watch the replay. Like, Chelsea actually looks pretty fun to watch this year, you know? From what I've seen in preseason, Chelsea actually looks like they'll be a fun team to watch this year. They actually could score goals. And Kunku got a goal. Nice. You know what? That is a good point, Rio. I didn't think of it like that, but that's a good point. '74th minute. CF Montreal jersey looks like Inter Milan's home jersey. You know what? Yeah, you got a good point. Yeah. But yeah, Chelsea actually looks like they're going to be fun to watch this year. So even if they suck, they're going to be fun to watch. So that's a good thing, you know? The last season, it was hell to watch Chelsea. It was absolutely hell. As long as they're fun to watch, even if they suck or they lose 4-3, I'm fine with that, you know? I just don't want it to be a horrible, they lose 1-0 every week sort of situation because they can't score. It is a very physical game, yes. I guess Pumas are pissed they can't come back. I can't believe they beat Wrexham. Well, Wrexham's a League 2 team, and Chelsea is Chelsea. Like, even if Chelsea was as bad as they were, they still should have beat Wrexham. But they pretty much resoundingly beat them, so that's good. You know what? I like Mauricio Pochettino. You know what? I was kind of weary of that appointment for Chelsea. But you know what? Pochettino's that guy. You know? I like Poch. That's actually a really good appointment. Poch is a good manager. 75th minute. NYCFC versus lost prediction. NYCFC wins 1-0. Montreal always had the better management than TFC. Their management and owners are football people. Yeah, I agree with that. Trash talking in this game. I mean, I'm not surprised. 75th minute. Let's remember that I'll be back for the Portland game about 30 minutes after the end of this one, pretty much. So, and I'll review the Portland game as well. Wanyama is on. Puebla versus Minnesota predictions. I got Minnesota winning 2-1. Bryce Duke for Wanyama. They didn't pull Saliba. Oof. Ahmed Hamdi. Yep, Ahmed Hamdi is on as well for Montreal. '77th minute. Two 0 Dos a cero. Oh! Bryce Duke hurt badly with injuries. That sucks. He's actually playing well for Montreal. He's actually playing good for them. Free kick for Pumas. Lassiter. Wanyama for Duke. They ain't saying where the sub came. Montreal is a good team. I agree. They do have a good team. I just hate that they do. 79th or 78th minute. Getting to the final 10. Ooh. Hajduk beat Dinamo in the Croatian League opener yesterday. I've seen about 6 people in Mississauga wearing a Hajduk shirt since last night. That's nice. How would you feel if they won an MLS Cup? I would feel horrible. I would be sad. Like, it's sort of like how Ole Miss won the college World Series the year after Mississippi State did. I hated it that Ole Miss finally won one, you know? I hate that they won one. It's not like Montreal won an MLS Cup the year after we did, but, you know, I could see Montreal challenging for an MLS Cup and actually having a chance. Toronto, on the other hand, right now, they're up the creek without the paddle. So if it's 1 versus 1, that means Montreal could easily hop us, you know? I would really hate that. So I don't want to see that they have a star, you know? It's not a fun thing though to see because, you know, it would be worse than Ole Miss winning the College Baseball World Series, but it would be a similar feeling. 2-1 Philadelphia. Tijuana scored. I know, crazy. 70th minute, or 80th minute, I should say. 80th minute, 2-0 Dos a cero. Philadelphia have to hang on. I think they'll hang on. Carlos Gonzalez scored. I might just put it on the Philadelphia game until I have to put it on the Portland game. As in watching it in the middle or in between, you know what I'm saying. 80th minute, 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Oh, Schwanyed making the run. Mason Toy gets there first. Toy, Mason Toy blocked away. I thought, oh no. I thought he had one there. I thought he had that. Wouldn't be surprising. '81st minute. Schwanya. Cross in. Header. That's out. Playing forward for Alcala in the last 9 minutes. Pumas have to find 2 quick goals if they want to send this to penalties. I don't think they will. Huh. They still use the Impact logo for their foundation? Huh, interesting. That's weird. That's weird. 82nd minute. I thought Saputo hated that damn logo. Cross in. They'll go out for a goal kick. But it sort of makes sense. Offside anyway, but that was a good cross. 83rd minute. Philly's all right, besides Tijuana's down to 10 until they took off Diaz. '83rd minute. I'm expecting a first-choice Timbers starting 11 other than Frank Boley. Love to see Mora start. Should be a good game. I think Timbers should win pretty. Hey, this is probably the best start they could have gotten, you know. They had a good game last Saturday, or their last league match. They had a good game. And now they got some momentum, and they're playing another MLS team that they should beat if they're at the peak of their powers. So, you know, I think that's a good start for Portland. They can build some more confidence. I think playing San Jose is a better start for them than playing Tigres, at least in the first match. The term Club de Foot Club might keep people away from the foundation. I get that, but it also sort of makes sense. You know, it sort of makes sense to keep the Impact name for the foundation because you're impacting your town or your city in a good way. See? It makes sense. See, I figured that out. That makes good sense. Keeping it the Impact Montreal Foundation, sort of saying we're going to impact the city in a good way, you know? So I get it, you know? It's a nice little thing there. For the people who still love the old logo, they get to see the old logo and name, in a way, still used by the club. And it also looks good when you help the city. So that makes sense. You know, now I think about it. Hope they need to hold on because don't forget San Jose are good at it with youngsters and perfect coaches. They face against dangerous Tigres. That's a problem. True. 85th minute, 5 minutes to go. Soprano or, Soprano. Yeah, I would agree with that. I have to agree with Soprano. Yeah. Or Moltisanti. 86th minute. Plays over the top. I still need to freaking binge watch The Sopranos on Max. I should. 86th minute, 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Pumas are pretty much out of it unless some crazy stuff's about to happen. They would still have to win the shootout, too. Cross in. Oh! That goes for a corner. 87th minute. Two substitutions for Pumas. 87th minute. Corner here. They'll make the subs after the corner. Cross in. Header. Blocked away. Should they include teams from Costa Rica next year? No, but they should include Canadian Premier League teams. Aldrete is on for Ergas. And Salvio is off for Montiano. Pumas just scored. Oh, boy, already. Throw in. Brings it down. Huerta. Plays it back to Aldrete. Aldrete cross. Off the volley. Goal. 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 Goal de Pumas. 2-1. They still have time to tie it up and send it to penalties. It's not over just yet. 88th minute. Fernandez scores. Gabriel Fernandez scores the goal. 2-1 off the volley. What a beautiful goal. Gabriel Fernandez. Yep. They got to get one to send it to penalties. Fernandez scores, and if they get one more within the next minute plus stoppage time, we go to penalties for an extra point. 89th minute, but Montreal should be able to hold on here. Perfect. That was an amazing goal. 89th minute. Still 0-0 in 90 minutes between Red Bulls and New England. Huh, that's interesting. Montreal playing long. "30 seconds before stoppage time for Pumas. New England are fraudulent. We've established this. Did Mark Anthony Kaye play? Well, I guess he hadn't done anything bad considering New England ain't losing if he did play. 10 seconds. Free kick for Pumas. They take it quick. Into the 90th minute. 2-1. How much stoppage time? 4 minutes. 4 minutes for Pumas to tie this game up. Plays down. Huerta. 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 Shot. That rolls in. Goal. Goal de Pumas. 2-2. Goal de Pumas. Oh, my word. Equalizer. 2-2. 2-2. Woo, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Montreal just blew the game. At least for a point, but they could get the extra point. Huerta. Huerta crosses it in. Shot rolls into the net. Pumas They always come back. They never give up. Pumas always find the way. And it's the youth. It's Monteano who scores. Emmanuel Monteano who taps it in. And we may just be going to penalties. Emmanuel Monteano. And who knows, maybe they'll score a third. You love to see it. There's a hole in Quebec that they call Montreal. Go to hell, Montreal. Go to hell. +1. 2 minutes to go. Oh, I love this. We might just be going to penalties. How about Puma scores one more? Every time I follow Montreal, something happens. Pumas are known for comebacks, my friend. They're known for comebacks. You shouldn't be shocked. Cross in. Just remember what happened to Cruz Azul before. 93rd minute. A minute and a half to go. If Pumas score again, it's over. But as of now, we're at least going to penalties. Montreal just blew the game. Yeah, he got the last touch. I'll give it to Monteano. Monteano got the last touch. 93rd minute. 1 minute to go. And we may be going to penalties. Philadelphia 2-1 over Tijuana, who has 2 red cards. That's crazy. Let's see if Pumas could get one more. What a game, man. Pumas always come back. They always find a way. Free kick. 30 seconds. Wow. Montreal just pulled a TFC. Or they just got Pumas. I don't know which. Pumas are known for comebacks. Oh, Piet's sitting there. Just sad. Nah, Pumas are just good at comebacks. Save by Ocala. 10 seconds. They're going full time. We're going to penalties. 2-2. 2-2. We go to penalties for the extra point. Both teams have a point. We go to penalties for the extra point. Red Bull and New England's going to penalties as well. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Wow, we're going to penalties. What is this ending? What an ending. What an ending in this match. Crazy. I love this sport. Montreal got owned. You love to see it. Canada did not look good against Nigeria, I gotta say. They did not look good. These games are too good, though. Yeah, I agree. Penalty shootout. Montreal versus Pumas. CF Montreal, who thought they were going to win all 3 points, right at the end, blows the game. Will Pumas get the extra point, or will Montreal only drop 1 point? I love this game. Hamdi looks like he'll take a penalty. Saw him raise his hand. Sawa or Alcala? Who's going to do the best in the shootout? Or will this go down the line? Wow. Or will this just go down the line? Who knows? Wow. Please don't pull a Leon in Vancouver. That's not happening 2 nights in a row. Ain't it? It won't. Boom. Boom. Oh, they didn't do it. The Canadian Championship final. Almost did, but they didn't. We go to shootout. Aldrete and Wanyama taking this coin toss here. And it looks like Pumas will go first. Aldrete will take the first penalty. Adrian Aldrete will take the first penalty. Aldrete to take the first penalty versus Sawa. Aldrete to take the first penalty against Montreal. Aldrete versus Sawa. Takes the run up and puts it past the post. Jesus, that was bad. Wow. Heel scored for New England. Manuel missed for Red Bulls. Wow, that was horrible by Aldrete. He just put it way wide. Sawa didn't even move. Still 0-0. For Montreal, we have Rudy Camacho. If anybody's going to keep this tied and screw it up, it's Rudy. Rudy Camacho versus Alcala. Let's see what we get. Camacho takes a short run up, takes the shot. Goal! Goal! 1-0, Montreal on penalties. Camacho, boom. Perfect shot. Sent him the wrong way, put it high. Good shot. Kept it under. Fernandez, the goal scorer to put him back into position. Gabriel Fernandez to tie this up for a short amount of time. Fernandez, shot, goal. Gabriel Fernandez scores. 1-1. Gabriel Fernandez scores. Past Sawa, sends him the wrong way. 1-1. And that is Matthew Chouanier. Matthew Chouanier to take a penalty here. Make it 2-1. Goal! That's a goal. 2-1. 2-1. Matthew Chouanier scores. Good penalty by Chouanier. Goes the opposite way of Alcala. Good penalty. Pumas need a save somewhere. Cesar Huerta. Got the assist on the second. Huerta to tie it back up. At least for the time being. At least the chance. Huerta, long run up. Stutter step and rolls it in. Goal. 2-2. Huerta scores. Cesar Huerta scores. The 22-year-old scores. 2-2. 2-2. Montreal either has to miss or Pumas need a save at some point. Corbo. Gabriel Corbo. Corbo to make it 3-2. And he does. 3-2. Goal. Corbo. Goal for Montreal. It's 3-2. Pumas have to score on the next two and make a save somewhere. 3-2 for Corbo. Pumas have to score their next two penalties. That is no question. They don't want to make this harder on themselves. Jorge Ruvalcaba to take this penalty. If it's saved, they're pretty much finished. Save! Basawa! Ruvalcaba missed. Pumas have to make a save here. Or hope for a miss. Pumas have to hope for a save here or have a miss. And there's a fight going on. Red Bull win 4-2 on penalties. Well, that's shocking. Ruvalcaba makes the save. And here comes a fight. Montreal scores, they win. Lassi Lapalainen. Lassi Lapalainen for the win. If it's saved, Pumas have one more chance. Pumas need 2 saves. Pretty much. A goal and 2 saves. Or 2 misses or whatever. Lapalainen for the win. Lapalainen for the win for Montreal. Versus Alcala. Can he finally come up big? Lapalainen. Starts his run up quickly. And it's in! Goal! 4-2. 4-2. Montreal win the shootout. They get the extra point. Montreal gets the extra point after the comeback. And here comes a fight. Pumas blow it in the shootout. But hey, at least they had that nice last-minute comeback. They got a point, but Montreal gets 2. Good penalty shootout for Montreal. But with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you in a couple of minutes for the live watch along of Portland Timbers versus San Jose Earthquakes. And at the end of that match, I will have the review up within the hour of Portland and San Jose. So see you in a couple of minutes. Sit tight, unless you have something else to do. Sit tight for that match, and I'll see you then. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you. No, never. See you.